potential issue that can arise from seemingly happy marriages is that it's a problem that happens to both old and young people. No matter what age that the couple is, that this is something that can arise, is where there is a weakness in their connection, meaning that whether that be throughout the house, they might be just getting on with what they need to do throughout the house. The husband might go into the bedroom to get whatever he needs to do done, whilst the wife is cooking in the kitchen. There might be when the husband is out, they don't message each other, they don't know what each other are doing throughout the day. This is something that reduces the love in the relationship, and there's some ways to get around this. The Shaykh mentioned the example of if you're sitting in the living room as a husband and your wife is preparing food, what is stopping you from getting up and helping her chop onions, for example? Let your eyes cry a bit. That food will increase the love in your marriage, and that food potentially might even taste better, and stuff like that. So increasing that connection and that love, and it builds the love in the family. Additionally, he mentioned as well that you should be two people that are able to speak to each other about pretty much anything, whether that is serious topics like preparing for the future, whether you have plans for hijrah, whether you want to take your kids to a certain school over another school. These are serious topics. Or reminiscing in the past. Who said I love you first? I remember what you were wearing the first time I saw you. You fell in love first. This is something that again brings increases the love between the marriage, and it really and truly beautifies the marriage. The third thing that the Shaykh mentioned is that a problem that occurs and where issues can arise is that both husband and wife are deficient in terms of beautifying themselves for their partner, and that it's upon the husband and the wife, both of them, to wear the clothes that are the most attractive to their spouse, and to wear the perfume that is the most attractive to their spouse, and to talk in a way that attracts their spouse. And this again builds the love, and without this is where weakness in the marriage might occur. Now, another issue that can arise, and this is a very important one, is that both husband and wife lack the ability to make excuses for each other. Like we mentioned before, the husband is not an angel, neither is the wife, and they will make mistakes, but it's upon both of them to make excuses for each other. They might have fallen short in a certain matter, but it's not upon you to at that moment pick up on it and pull them up on it. Sometimes make excuses, turn a blind eye to it, and things that are not major issues that you should ignore and turn a blind eye to it. And even in a way people think that is not honorable, that people might believe that ignoring something that actually annoys you is not honorable. However, this is something that Allah praises, and is something that is praiseworthy. Rather, the person that believes that this is not honorable is actually quite ignorant. They think that they have to always, every single time something goes against them, they have to mention it. Honestly, it's quite childish to think that nothing can go against me that is wrong, and if it does happen, then I have to bring it up. And the Shaykh, Hafidhullah, he mentioned a beautiful way to go around addressing when something does go wrong. How do we now address it? Do we, in that moment, when emotions are high and people are angry or people are frustrated, do we go there and mention it then? No, that is not the case. He mentioned there's options. If you have kids, if the kids are old, you take your wife and you go somewhere and you say, and you focus on what is good. Out of all the women, I chose you. Why? Because of your good etiquette and your beauty, and you're honorable, and you're someone with good deen. These are the reasons I chose you. But in that one small occasion, this is where I think that you went wrong, and I think that I'm mentioning this so it doesn't happen again in the future, and we can stay away from stuff like this. And rather than an argument and fighting and having high emotions, it's a place where the love again increases. Why? Because of the way you handled the situation. And the Shaykh, he said he will mention dua for the young people, and we'll summarize after that, inshallah.
Horta dowladani waa dowlad aad muhiim u ah, waana dowlad dheer. Waxaan walaalaha qurbaha ku nool intaan ka gaadhno cid kasta oo diyaar u ah inay intay dhalinyaro kulmiso dowladkan oo kala qaataan oo shahaado ku qaataan hadda iska khulaasa bay ahayd aad baan u soo dhaweynaya guurkooda waa tawxiid maxaa yeelay ilaahay baa keliya subxaanahu wa tacaala ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة صدر رجل بنين قبيا وحويلي هدان عاشق جرنا رسل معيارين عمباريو لما قرسدين عاشقية الأولى عروريو عيال لما دالين عالمي يا شيخي عرضا إيو لما عميرين عيد بهي عين بعين عداني مذوحدي ما تشوكتني الدنيا ذا انتي لا عمير لقو معيشين انت رقابك الصومالي وي لأن يرد وحنو قد عين يا صدح لن دعوة مهم الله جل جلاله وحن أويديه لأن يرد أن الصومالية دي مسلمين تبا قلبي أي ألكو عابدان أي كو أقوان صدان الله ينصيه أرزاقد حلال أي قريكو لستان إنو الله سيه صبر إيا دلقات أي ريركو لستان الله إنو كو أرزاق صدح لا قضب وصدح قضب أن آد مهيم يقول أمريكا نحر كسو أروريي لأن يرد أي أبهيهين قلبي الله كحرة إيا حول حلال أي ريركو لستان إيا الصبر كي دلقات كي أي اسكول قلهايين هذا وبالله التوفيق وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وصحابه أجمعين صدح الله وشيء كرتا قبل ما قرن
بارك الله فيك شيخ جزاك الله خير. As for the poem, I think that's beyond me to translate, but inshallah I will stick to the dua that the Sheikh he made for the young people and both Somali and non-Somali and all Muslims generally in terms of what he asked Allah to provide and to bless the young people with. These three things. He said the first, he asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give the people, the young people, the hearts that will worship Allah and to know Allah fully and to worship Allah upon Tawheed. That's number one. The second is that he asks that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he blesses and he provides the young people with halal wealth for you to be able to bring in the provisions that is required for you to build a successful family like we mentioned. And the third is that Allah gives you the patience and the sabr to again build a successful and healthy family. And that concludes the lecture. And barakallahu feek wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
ما شاء الله ولا الله إنك شرفت بدن أونلاين كنا جلس عدينا آدي آدبان وقوم هاد علينا وجزاكم الله خير وبارك الله فيك.
بارك الله فيك.